Hi everyone, I'm Ricky and I'm welcoming you guys to my channel. Thank you for watching. Today's video, I know I usually don't record like this, but right now I kind of don't have no other choice. I'm using my phone. I'm here to talk about my scoliosis. If you guys didn't know, well, most of you guys didn't know. So I had scoliosis since I was in 7th grade, like 12 years old or 11. Right now I'm 21 and I'm just here to talk to you about what's happened to me, what's been happening, and all that other stuff. I feel like I've been wanting to make this video since I first found out I had scoliosis. I wanted to make a whole YouTube thing. That's how I wanted to start my channel. I'm just letting you guys know because I've been wanted to do this for so long, but I haven't because I've been scared, kind of. Like, I get too emotional about it. I get too angry about it. I get too everything. And I feel like now I'm old enough to not get so worked up. It still annoys me, but, you know, I'm not going to break down at every moment. Since I was younger, I was always a person who was very active. I was on the soccer team. I was on the track team. I was on the volleyball team. I was on the cheerleading team. I was in chorus. I was those kids that just was going at everything for like a long time. I used to wear really, really big clothes then because nothing really fit me right. Everything was kind of messed up. And when I wasn't really breathing so well in track, I was wearing smaller clothes then too, like for the first time, showing how I'm really shaped and stuff. And somebody was saying like how my back looked kind of weird, and I didn't think anything of it. I was never really bullied for having a crooked back. I was bullied for wearing big clothes and having them always look so sloppy on me. But at the same time, not really necessarily. I didn't look. I'm gonna show you some pictures of when I started being more comfortable with myself, kind of. And so I went to the doctor to check it out. They said I had scoliosis. When I was younger, I didn't know what the hell. I didn't know nothing about health. So when you hear that they tell you that you have something, all I'm thinking is like, oh my God, I have a disease. I was like, how did I get it? What is it? And, you know, how is it in my back? First thing I did was look into it deeply. Like, I was going real, real deep. And I was like, okay, it doesn't sound too bad. It's just a curvature of the spine. Alexa, what is scoliosis?
Scoliosis is a sideways curve of the spine that begins most often during the growth spurt just before puberty. Usually, scoliosis causes only small curves that require no treatment. Some children have spinal curves that get more severe as they grow. These children may need to wear a brace to stop the curve from getting worse. Others may need surgery.
So when I found out, they were like, I was at about a 30-something degree curve. It just seemed so sudden because I never noticed it on myself. I noticed that I looked kind of straight, as in like I had no curves here. But I thought that was just my shape. Like, you know, I was very athletic and I thought that was just me. I knew I couldn't really breathe so well, but I used to have asthma, so I didn't think like, you know, I didn't think that was a correlated thing, because it's not. And I was talking to my mom about it recently because, you know, it's so long ago. I'm trying to get all my details together. She said like we went back a month after, and it went from, because he wanted to see if I would be qualified for the brace, but let's see, give it time, and, you know, see if I might end up needing surgery or not, even though usually they've recommended at 45-degree angles, degree curves, I mean. And so when we went back, I was at 45. When he checked my back, he said, oh, you're definitely gonna need surgery. And all I was thinking, I was just like, surgery. I never had any surgery in my life. I was only 12 hearing it. And it sounded like it's so bad that I don't have an option. Like, it, you know, it's supposed to be the last resort, kind of, I feel. And I didn't feel any pain then either. So the only thing I felt was like, I struggled to breathe. When I found out that I needed surgery, They recommended me to go certain places and whatever, but I didn't go to the doctor for a whole year. I avoided it completely. I was just like, I need to just graduate from middle school because this sounds so serious. And let me just do it right in ninth grade. I was like, ninth grade is the time because I'm gonna be in a new school, new friends. It won't matter about like getting distant from people or because I got distant from everybody. I didn't want to hurt people from being so close. It felt like I don't want y'all to see me suffer, and I didn't even know what was gonna happen. Like, you know, it just felt like I don't want to hurt anybody. And so ninth grade, I finally went to the doctors. It went from 45-degree curvature to 60. I'll show you guys a picture of how I looked when they did like my final x-ray before surgery. And it felt so unbelievable. Like, it was just like, how did it go from that to that? Was it like, what, am I laying incorrectly? Am I this? Am I that? It can't be. It can't be. It can't be. And I was just thinking, like, no way, because now I don't have an option. Now it's severe scoliosis, and it was just kind of shocking. I cried. And I was like, okay, so when could we schedule a surgery date? And she tried to make it like the next month after, and I was just like, and you know, I didn't go back to the doctor for a whole year. It wasn't my, like, you know, it's not my fault. I'm scared. I'm young and whatever. And I was like, can it be March? So it was March, pretty much the end of ninth grade, and I had the surgery. When I had the surgery, it was March 21st, 2012. And mind you, I didn't have any pain. So I researched deeply into the surgery, but you still couldn't really find anything like how would I feel after. I just knew that I'd be in pain, I'd be healing, but I didn't know how it would feel, and that's what I was concerned about the most because my surgeon just told me, yeah, you'll be able to get up, do whatever you want, do this, do that, play this, play that. And I was like, is that once I heal? Or, you know, like, how am I going to feel in the process of healing? Because that, I don't know why that mattered to me so much, but it did, and it still does. Because, of course, I'm going to be fine in the end, but how long is it going to take? And, so my surgery was 9 hours. She tried her best to straighten it the most that she could. I'm not straight completely. It could probably look like 20-something degree angle, whatever. You know, different people, you can't straighten us all the way because it could do damage to your nerves, so then they have to reverse something or do something else. And it didn't break any of my ribs, surprisingly, to use for my spine. But I woke up after surgery, and I think I will never forget this. Like, I think that this is like the worst pain in my life. I'll never, ever, ever forget it. I was heavily on drugs, on the pain medicine they gave me. I woke up. I don't know if anybody was in the room. I was just crying. It felt like if everything in my body could have broke, that's how it felt. It felt like it felt like when I woke up, it was just so painful. So fucking painful. God, I'm really crying. Okay, I'm sorry. The first thing I noticed, though, I was like, breathing felt different. It felt more full. And I was just like, okay, so this was worth it. Because I woke up with the pain and I was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. It felt like I got hit with a truck. Like, that's how I felt. It was like I couldn't lift my arms. couldn't move my legs. This is like an hour and a half after surgery. Not even an hour. I don't know how long. All I know is I was in the ICU and I woke up. Yeah, I know I woke up kind of before it or whatever. They said how I lost kind of a lot of blood. I don't know if that was normal for other people. I wasn't really informed then on, how it's supposed to be, how it's supposed to go, which disc, which, from if it's like TL to whatever. I was never told. And, so I just remember my family being around me. They all looked very sad. They told me I looked pale. Everything really hurted. My sisters kept saying I kept pressing the things and knocking out. I don't remember knocking out, but I it's like briefly. Some people are only in there for 3 days. I was in there for a whole week or 9 days. And it was very far from my house. And they tell you like about your limitations, like how you can't be in the car for a while, this, that. But the only way to get home was by car. Now, going back on that, I feel like I'm just all over the place. In those days of being there, I don't know why I remember that so well. I remember a lot of the bad stuff so well. And it was annoying. I barely could sleep. I was very nauseous. Like, they said it could affect like my stomach and whatever, because when you have scoliosis, it could kind of have your organs in the wrong place. So my ribs were crooked, still are, not as bad though. One popped out a lot, like grab it, like that's how it looked, that's how bad it got. And I didn't really notice anything else with my bowels or like anything, but I did have a very pushed out stomach, and I still do, but not as much as before. Like I felt like everything was kind of pushed forward. And so after the surgery, they gave me this breathing thing, and I could really take some deep, deep breaths. And I never knew that was supposed to be normal. And it was just kind of crazy. Like, it was really crazy. So, same week in the hospital, they had me get up for the first time. And I remember just being so scared. I don't know why I was scared. That wasn't too bad, but it was just scary because my surgeon, when she spoke to me, she was telling me just about all the risk and how things could go very bad and all that. So picture me like just shocked into not wanting to do anything because I'm so scared. And so when they had me get up, I remember my back burning. It felt like it was bleeding inside or something. It felt nasty though. When I got up, that's when I used my muscles for the first time, kind of. The way to describe it is like my back, my muscles on my back felt separated from my body, and you could feel the rod then, and I felt so stiff, like I was stuck like this. I was unable to look down, like my neck was stiff. I don't really know what that was about. Couldn't turn side to side, couldn't look down. Arms were too weak to lift. And they helped me get up, and I was just scared because I was like, what if I fall? And I was like, what if I hurt myself? And I was like, I'm already in too much pain. Like, I don't want nothing bad to happen to me. And, they said they got me, and they said whatever. So I finally got up. I walked for about 5 minutes. Then it started killing me. Like, it was hurting so bad. I was like, I have to go. And they helped me get back. It took me like 10 minutes just to walk a freaking corner. The next day, they had me do the steps. It wasn't as bad. I was just feeling really nauseous. I really wasn't eating, and they were telling me that they were going to force feed me if I don't eat. And like the smell of pizza, disgusting. The smell of anything, I thought I would want it because I'm hungry. I get it, smell it. I just felt like throwing up, and I didn't want to throw up. And then I really had a hard time using the bathroom, but it's because of the pain medicine. And that wasn't that bad, but I just struggled, and it was kind of. I was nervous about everything. I was like, everything is wrong. Like, I just kept feeling like everything is wrong. And when I talked to my surgeon about my pain, she was just saying, I'm going to get through it or whatever. Or if it stays like that, I'm going to have to live with it. I kind of didn't like the way she was talking to me, but I'm not going to get into that. I'm going to just make it short that she just pretty much said I had no choice. Pretty much said whatever pain I have to live with forever, all this other stuff. But the only thing I was mad at was just I never had pain before. If I had to think about what pains I had, was just the rib pain. You know, like when your rib just hurt like a lot. Like that's what I used to get before, and it still happens now, but I guess it's not as frequent. That was the only big difference with my body, and besides my posture and seeing my collarbones for once and all that stuff. So then, going home, that ride back, the cab, it took like an hour to get back home. You already know, like right after surgery, like even if it's just a week after, that's when they start giving you those lists of like the limits, like only 30 minutes up a day, only 20 minutes up a day. Then it changes to an hour, then it changes to whenever, but it takes weeks to get there. My mom had to take me out of school, of course. It was right at the end though, so it was like, you know, March and April and May. May I went back, but I'm not there yet. I went back home and I kind of went into a depression. I didn't get any physical therapy that I was supposed to get. I don't know what happened with that. And I heard that I could have got like, you know, shower chair, this, that. Didn't get it either. I did get a homeschool teacher, and my bed was too low for me to get onto, so I had to sleep with my mom in her queen size bed because it was higher up. Because it just hurt too much to go too low, and you know they tell you can't bend too forward, or you can't try to pick up heavy things, or you know can't pick up stuff over like 10 pounds or 5 pounds at times, and you it's like those things were never heavy in the first place, and now you can't even lift anything. I think I'm just kind of mad right now. I'm sorry. Being home, it felt so strange. Like I have 5 sisters and 1 mom. They all went to school. I'd be home alone. I didn't get a school teacher probably until a little while, like probably 2 weeks or so. And I felt like I immediately went into a depression. Like, I don't know if it was because of the heavy medicine, and they put me on oxycodone, and you know that stuff is kind of like addictive or whatever. And the thing that frustrated me kind of more, they gave me oxycodone, and that's supposed to be one of the strongest things besides the medicine that I was having in the hospital, and it didn't work. I was still feeling the pain. Everything was just like on fire. So I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna take it, because it wasn't helping, and it was just knocking me out. And I didn't feel right. I kept feeling worse and worse. I was crying every day. My mom quit her job. I'm only putting that in because I wasn't able to do stuff on my own. Like, when I was home, I needed help getting up in the morning. I needed help putting on my shoes if I was going somewhere. That took a while for me to even go outside. It took me a whole month before I stepped outside, so I was in the house all the time, taking walks back and forward. I live in a building, so then I'm gonna have to take the stairs down, and that it wasn't really a good thing for me at the time because I was too scared. Painful, very painful, and I didn't really have balance. I had very bad balance. So she quit her job, and I felt so useless. Like, it felt like I can't do anything, and I'm always gonna need help. And I was just like, is this ever gonna end? Like, at first it didn't feel like it was getting any better. It was just like nothing is changing, and she lied to me. That's all I was thinking. Like, my surgeon lied to me, talking about I'd be able to do everything. I couldn't even put on my own shoes. I had to buy button-ups because I could not lift my arms. It burned like so badly. Yeah, I needed help with everything. Using the bathroom, wiping my butt. That's embarrassing. Like, I couldn't, my arm would not. And then I can't even, it was ridiculous. My couch in my living room was too low, too soft, so if I sat in there, I'd be stuck, because I'm stuck straight. Like, you see right now how I'm like this, talking to you guys? If it was now, my knees can't be crossed like this. I'd have to be sitting regular. I'd have to be kind of back, like really straight. Now it's different. Um, I needed help with everything except for eating. Had that, always gonna have that, but it was just really, really bad. No, seriously, like those months of being home. And she was recommended that I stay home for 6 months, like so I could have just been like in the summer and then that would have been it. Would have been it. But I really wanted to go back to school because I just had a feeling that like I was gonna get left back, even if I was being homeschooled and they were getting to work and whatever. So after 2 months, which was it was March, April, May. In May, I went back to school. But I was before that I was still crying every day. Like it felt like things wasn't gonna change. Right before I started going back, though, stuff got a little better. Like it's like you just kind of wish everything would go by faster. Like you want to be better already. And I was able to walk around. The first time I went outside was like April 20 something. I have a picture. I'll show you guys. And I think the main nasty thing that makes me even like I think why I got really depressed besides all the medicine, besides all the everything, and not being able to talk to people because I only had an iPod at the time. It didn't have really good Wi-Fi signal. And then holding it up, laying down because I only had like an hour to be up for the day, so I'd be on the computer talking to everybody. Then take my iPod, or if I forgot where my iPod is, I can't even look for it. Too much pain. Go into my room. That's it. And have my sister get it when they come home if I could even get up that day. And I think the main bad part was just being helpless. You know, I think that could probably always make me cry. I felt like things was really not going to get better, but they did. I'm so happy that they did. Um, when I got back to school, which was May 10th, I was pretty happy. I was in pain though. I was in pain. I don't know what my limit was, but I mean, I get to sit down in school, so it was different. I needed an elevator pass, but I had a newer principal. We got a new principal every year. He didn't allow me to use the elevator. I could have sued him for it. Didn't. Okay, I'm not getting into that. So I had to take the stairs every day for school. My teachers were already informed. They knew about it before and after. So I told them if I'd be late, it's because of me walking slow. It's not. It's not that I'm trying to skip class. It would only be like 5 minutes, 2 minutes, nothing big. And I needed a gym pass to tell them that I can't run and do all this stuff yet because I'm not healed. And it was a public school. Some of my friends would make fun of me, kind of calling me princess because I would always walk around so straight, couldn't move my head. I still couldn't turn my head. Like it was like barely. It was like what I learned to do was turn my whole body. So lift, and like the bottom of me would have to turn too, because this back then that could have happened, and I turn like that, and it was no problem. All my friends tied my shoes because I could bend, but every time I did it, I don't know if I did it incorrectly or whatever. I always hurt myself. So I tried to sometimes, but sometimes it's too much pain that I could get in kind of like a cramp, like I get stiff. That's it. Um, like right now. Now healing. I feel like the surgery was bad, but the healing is what the hardest part is. That's the hardest part out of the entire surgery. Cause it's like, for some people, they come out with no pain. For me, I came out with pain, and I still have pain, as in back pain, leg pain, numbness in my rib, numbness back here. Doctor told me I gotta live with it, and that's why I don't want to talk about it that much. And the only thing I could say really is that things seriously gets better. Like once I was able to start playing, she recommended that I lose weight to see if I would be better, feel better. I lost 25 pounds. I used to weigh 210 in the beginning of the surgery. After when I got back to school, by the time then I already lost 25 pounds. then I lost more weight, then I lost more weight. And I don't know if that had to do with me not even wanting to see anymore, but that's how going back to when I got back to school. Besides the principal making it hard for me, not letting me use the elevator, when we had a newer principal, I was always able to take the elevator, but I didn't need to anymore. So then there was this incident in school, same time, like same month that I got back. This girl who used to be my friend, who became somewhat my friend again, she hit me in my back. More like scratched me in my back. I don't really know, it was like a push scratch. And because, you know, I can't see behind me. It hurted really bad. I had to sit down on the stairs and I was just crying. That was really it. It felt like one of those slow motion moments, you know? It was just like shit. Like, this is the worst thing that could happen to a 13-year-old in school who just got a surgery, who didn't even feel confident enough to come back. Who already felt weird, who already felt like they didn't belong there. But I knew that I wanted to be with my friends. I wanted to go to the next grade. And so when she did that, it wasn't as bad. Like, it did no damage. It just gave me scratches on my back. That's kind of damage. It was just really emotional for me. Because it was like, I'm dealing with so much pain already. I'm finally feeling better. And why would you add on to that? And why would you assume that my pain is fake? And then, even if you thought it was fake, why would you test if it's real? My sister is all into the same school with me, so then started an issue with her. And I didn't want that either. I just wanted to go home, or I just wanted to sit down. I just wanted to do anything. It was already like the end of the day. That's when we have lunch, so it shouldn't be so big of an issue. And I understand the frustration because they see me on that hospital bed. They see me trapped in the house. They see me not able to get up. They see me in some kind of compromising situations where I felt like I literally felt disabled. Like, you know, I've been in a wheelchair. Like, it was just really, you know, they seen it all from me. So to see someone disrespect me like that and they don't even understand what's going on, you're gonna be so frustrated that you're gonna want to fight. And we were teenagers, so of course. My friend took me home after. Then rumors was going around the school about it. Not really rumors, people were just talking about it, saying other stuff happened. And then a lot of people were saying, well, if she's still healing from surgery, she shouldn't be in school. I was cleared from the doctors to be in school. In school, you don't expect to get into fights. In school, you don't expect someone to pick on someone who had a surgery. Because it's like, why? Because I don't know you that well. I never started any issue with you. Your friends just dared you. Like, I'm healed now. Throughout the process of healing, like next year after that, everything was good. It was, the doctor told me some weird limitations, but you know, besides like the regular limitations like sports and stuff, she kept trying to tell me don't have sex. And the thing is, I wasn't having sex. I am only 13, turning 14 in high school in 10th grade. I'm pretty young compared to everybody else. I'm not, you know, I'm not gonna be doing that. And so I think a lot of people don't, like, I healed, everything was fine, but then the pain afterwards, as in besides the healing pain, not just regular pain, I get very chronic pain in my lower back, upper back, kind of everywhere. And there's some days where when I was going to college, it would be so bad I can't get up, or pain is so bad it's kind of slowing me down. Like, I can no longer walk fast. I don't know how I did it when I graduated, but I was dedicated to pushing through the pain. And it sucks because a lot of people don't understand the pain. So as in, back then in high school, everybody was there for me. Everybody rubbing my back. Everybody, like, you know, it was one of those perfect situations where I had people supporting me. Now, at this point in my life, people are supporting me, but the help that I need, I still don't have. It's on me now because I'm an adult. I need to take care of myself. it's just some serious pain. And I don't take pain medicine anymore because I kind of don't believe taking it. Because sometimes it works. The other day, it worked. But now, I try to get into stretching. The pain is really so bad that it brings me to tears. I wake up frustrated. I don't want to do the day anymore. I can't do it anymore. Just saying that, like, I felt so many times like I can't do this anymore. I still push through that every day. There's a lot of days where it's not like that. There's a lot of days I don't feel like that, but it's just sometimes the pain is so debilitating that I'm frustrated. Like when it comes to jobs, like it's like it could be too much of both. Too much sitting hurts. Too much standing hurts. Too much kind of doing both hurts. I need to lay down. But where can you get a job that is suited to your needs? And then is there a lot of jobs like that? And then can I live like that? That's why I went to college, trying to get a higher up job where they don't require me to do a lot of body work. Working out is hard. Being overweight, but like, cause I'm overweight and I want to lose weight, whatever. But working out is hard. It hurts. It stings. It pains. It everything. And I have people show me other people who had scoliosis surgeries. Working out, powerlifting, all that other stuff. Every spine is different. I've had mine from about like right here to the bottom of my spine. It made me like 2 inches taller. Everybody deals with different pain. Just like there was a video I was watching, I'll put it in the link below. They were talking about how people who've had the surgery sometimes end up with more pain. And it could be just the fact of, say with my spine being crooked already, there's nerves that are already on its last string. So like somewhere in the lower part that could affect my leg and cause me to always feel leg pain or be weak in the arms or examples like that. And now from straightening me, fracturing my spine and every bone, that could have been the last straw, and now it's just always in pain. So even once they remove everything, or even if they do or don't, you're still in pain. I always worried about putting this everywhere. I just hate to be seen as helpless. Like I can't do it on my own. Like ever since having the surgery, it became a very strong thing for me to want to do everything myself. Because being in that brief period of being like that, it felt like it to me. After time, it didn't really feel so because I had my own mind. Like, I could do whatever I want. But at first, it was pretty bad. I think it was that medicine that was really getting me depressed. But, I feel like that's really about it. I just kept going. I didn't have a choice. And I want to keep going, I want to be better. I got back into playing volleyball. I no longer did all those other sports. At first, I really limited myself. I was scared to join any sports again. I was scared to do anything. I felt like if I do something, I'm going to hurt myself. And especially from everybody saying that I don't belong in school because of that. Like, I should go to... People were saying some messed up stuff. They were saying that I don't belong in regular school. That I'm like a disabled person. All that other stuff. I could still learn the same just as everybody else. Like, that really didn't affect the peer. But, whatever. Bullies. And, if anything, it was just very isolating. The only thing I wish I didn't do was isolate myself so strongly, because then it wouldn't have been so bad. I think, because it's so much years later, I'm no longer as sad as I used to be about it. Because I'm healed. And I honestly don't feel pain every single day. It's kind of just random. Like, very, very random. I kind of forget. Like, I ignore my pain. Kind of forget that I need to stop sometimes. Like, I was going to school, I was working, I was this, I was that. I was running back and forward, doing YouTube videos, taking photo shoots for people, doing this, doing that. Too much time being up and ignoring my pain. I'm like, you know what? I don't care if I can't stand. I'm going to sit and do it. I needed to rest. And I wasn't taking pain medicine. And my pain stops me from sleeping sometimes. It's just a whole bunch that I need to start focusing on myself. So I'm putting this video out here to start focusing on myself. Y'all hear that? It's next door. Okay, but I do that to start focusing on myself and, you know, taking care of myself and doing what I'm supposed to do. And also, when I was before the surgery looking for people who experienced it, everybody seemed like they had it all good. I didn't really find anybody like me or find anybody who had it go bad. Like, you know, my surgeon told me I was just being weak. The thing is, it's hard to admit when you have pain, when people call you weak. It's hard to admit a whole bunch of things. Like, this is one of the issues that I have with doctors. Not anymore, but, you know, I used to. I feel like I talked about it enough. I'm sorry I recorded it in portrait mode. I feel like I can't even smile. I'm just happy to talk to you guys about this. You guys can ask me more questions because I do have a lot of details. I have, on my old Tumblr, I found a lot of previous posts about my scoliosis, and that's what made me jump into this. And also, what made me jump into this was my sister asking me about what was the worst pain I ever felt in my life. That was it. I don't think nothing will top that. Not even having a kid, I don't think it would top it. Unless something happens with my back while I'm having a kid. I'm not pregnant. I'm not pregnant. But it took 12, 13-year-old me to grow up, become 21-year-old me, and talk about it. Right, I'm happy that I did, because there still isn't a lot of people speaking on how they feel or what happened, or like there. I feel it's only important because even though I don't want to have people look at me like, oh, she's suffering and she exploiting it, I think it's important to know that you are okay, most likely. You could go to the doctor, find out, do everything you're supposed to do to make sure you're okay. And if it happens to be chronic pain, you can get past this. One technique that helped me in college just in December is a breathing technique. I just take deep, slow breaths. It's kind of like yoga. And when the pain is kind of bringing me outside of myself, like where I can no longer be myself, like I can't look around, I can't talk, and I'm just frustrated, I need to breathe. Calm down that pain. It's still there, but I can not cry. Hold it down. I just tell myself it's about myself. So slow, even, long, full. Slow breathe in. Evenly breathe out. Take a long breath in and then let it be full. But I do it way slower than that, but you know, just a quick example. I love you guys. That was kind of ugly. I love you guys for watching. And for people who have scoliosis, comment below what your curvature was. How did it go for you? And if you have any questions for people who do have scoliosis but didn't have the surgery, I'm not a doctor, but like, you know, I could tell you how I felt and tell you, we could chat, be friends, and be happy. Thank you for watching.